Raising capital isn't just about having a great deal. It's about how easy you make it to invest with you by removing as much friction as possible. If an LP has to search for documents, wait for emails, or figure out what to do next during an active raise, you introduce friction, which causes hesitation, and this tends to lower your conversion rate from a lead to an investor. So let me show you what removing friction looks like when you launch an offering. So let's head over here to Sponsor Cloud. So what you'll do is you'll add a offering, this, and you'll complete what the offering name is, whether that's the name of the fund, the portfolio, the subscription type. In this example, your investors will fund the entire investment amount up front, the entity name, typically an LLC, the start date for the raise, the offering size, the minimum investment amount, and then also the status here, which in this example, we're going to be accepting investments. And lastly is the visibility. Do you only want it to accredited investors in your network, verified users, so those you have actually spoken with, or all users in your database? This does vary on your specific raise that you have. I went ahead and skipped ahead to save you a bit of time and added the information there. And then you'll add the gallery of photos. So let's say you're repositioning a apartment, you can have the before photos and then the renderings of the after. So you would add those here. Then next, a quick summary along with some key highlights. This could go into the market, why it's a great opportunity, the location, and then uploading your documents, whether that's your OM, your subscription agreement, your PPM. And then here's where you would add the specific figures of, okay, this is the offering size, this is the minimum amount, this is the hold period. It's open to accredited only or accredited and non-accredited. Now, before you announce the deal, you can preview the experience just to do a couple checks and balances, overview, the team, example investment, if you were to allocate 100 grand to this specific opportunity. Now here is what the investor sees as they log in and land on this offering page. At the top, they can see the deal overview, the summary, all those key highlights you added on the back end. And when they are ready to invest, there's a clear CTA, the Invest Now button, where they go through the process, they enter the amount, submit, and receive the confirmation. And at this point, there's no back and forth emails, manual tracking within spreadsheets, no scheduling, just to explain where all of the documents live. So at this point, you've removed friction and increased velocity. So the smoother the commitment process, the easier it is for investors to move forward. The deal gets them interested. The process gets them committed.